Hey, what's up, guys? Here's another edition of Keeping the Real Estate Rich. I am your host, Rich Jackson, and today we got a lot of topics to cover. Starting off with the war going on right now, Iran and Israel. That's a big topic right now. Guys, probably see the news. We got your president on camera cussing up a storm and really upset. Interesting topic, you know. I would say first we just should pray for both sides. You know, we just pray that there is peace all around, right? And leaving it up to God to be the ultimate judge of how this is going to play out, you know. I heard Candace Owens talking about Israel. The Israelites of today aren't the same as in the Bible, in Genesis and throughout the whole entire Bible. And I guess she's more siding, going against them, right? But you know what? If you guys do read scripture, if you do know the Bible, if you've read the Bible, you will see time and time again how many stories there were where the Israelites went against God numerous times. And what happened from there, God allowed other nations and to take over them, whether it's to send them into exile as the Babylonians did, or to take them into slavery. We saw that with Egyptians. The Egyptians did that. So, and there's numerous cases throughout the Bible, Old Testament, New Testament, where it shows just the disobedience of the Israelites, right? And then also how God handles that. Even though that's the case, I mean, hey, they are God's chosen people. That does not change the fact that they are God's chosen people. And so therefore, they are his chosen one, right? So, you know, there's going to be good and bad in every nation, every culture. So that's, again, we still should pray for both sides, to pray for Iran and as well as Israel. So it's not really up to us to make a decision on who's right, who's wrong. It's just really how you see it, you know, and what you or your family is affected by, right? So, and that's kind of how we see things in life through our own vision and our own peripheral side and our own vision and our own perspective based on our own experience of what we're going through. However, it's much more than that. This world, this life we're in, it's way bigger than what we see right in front of us. So if we keep that perspective, give it to God, know that it's going to work out as it's supposed to, we'll be okay. You know, just have your faith, be obedient, spread the word, and yes, spread the good news, and like as Jesus wanted us to, and just live the best life you can, and everything else will be taken care of. So I just want to give that little bit of light on everyone. Hopefully that, you know, relieves a little bit our anxieties and things going on right now, because it's a lot, you know. Just always know that we are not in control at all. You know, Pastor said a great message this past Sunday. The quote was, "We are spiritual beings having a human experience," which really hit good, man. We are more spiritual than we are in the flesh, which is really tough and hard to wrap around your mind, because we know we depend on our eyes and what we can see and touch, right? But life, a lot of this is not real as we think it is. It's more of a spiritual realm. So our spirits go on forever. This part of time, we're just in this form, right? And there is a reason we are here as spiritual beings. And, you know, take a look at the Bible, go into pray, and then you'll figure out, you know, what your purpose, why you're here, what your reason is, regardless of what anyone else says. You know, a lot of times we get broken down, and we allow other people to kind of define us, you know, which is, you know, I wish we were taught this. No one's taught from the beginning, really, how we should really view life and think, because there's no book on it. You don't learn in school. They failed us a lot because they didn't know, you know. So there's only one place you can go to find out who you are and what your purpose is, And that's through prayer, through God, and the feeling. He'll put that burning desire in you. He'll put it in your mind, your heart. And that's how you know if it's something that's for good and going to benefit other people first and also have a great blessing on your life. More than likely, that's God telling you this is what you should be doing, and proceed that way. Why not have something more blessed? There's nothing more blessed you can do than have God as the foundation of that. If you have Him as a partner, man, I mean, there's no other better partner. You can't lose. You know what I mean? So there's no other partner that's gonna be better for you and really for you. You know what I mean? So keep that perspective on life. What else we got today? Real estate. Real estate market is changing. Let me kind of shift gears here, guys. I know I'm gonna be all over, but real estate market is changing. It seems like overnight, guys, we went from a strong seller's market where houses were going crazy, selling left and right, multiple offers, to where we wake up and we can't even get an offer on the house, and it's been on the market 2, 3, 4 weeks, right? So here's what I'm seeing here. And every market is different, of course, right? You might be in an area where houses are selling crazy and fast, or you might be in an area where houses are on the market months. And a lot of times it's case by case, it's neighborhood to neighborhood, it's all that, right? But overall, it's been a big slowdown. A lot of factors have caused this. Affordability is a huge one. What affects affordability? Well, price. Obviously, prices are still up. Overall, prices are pretty still up. They have taken a little softening and dip in certain areas, right? But overall, they are up. COVID really ramped up prices exceedingly higher percent, right? From where we were for 2020 all the way until now, 2025. Houses have appreciated 20, 30, 50% over that time. Another factor, interest rates, huge interest rates, very important. They affect your payment, right? Most people buy a house not really about the price. It's about how much am I going to pay every month? Can I afford that and still have extra money? If they can afford it, they're more than likely going to go for it. So now rates are higher. We're still floating around 7%. They haven't really come down much. So that's another factor. And let's see. So we got, price, interest rates. Those are the two key factors, as far as affordability. And so therefore, we don't have a lot of buyers out there rushing out to buy. There's a lot more houses on the market too. So now the sentiment as a buyer is, okay, I'm going to pay a little bit higher than I would like to. There's a lot more houses on the market to choose from. So I'm going to be picky. I'm going to take my time, right? I'm going to make sure that this house has everything I want for me to even want to pay what it's worth, or maybe try to get a little bit of deal off of it. That's kind of the mentality of today's buyers, guys. So if you're thinking about selling, just keep that in mind, right? That buyers aren't just looking to buy anything. They're not just overspending. They're not overpaying. We have inflation as well. That's another part of it. That's higher than normal, so that affects people's purchasing power. So there's a lot of things that you have to factor in. So if you're a seller looking to sell, and you need to sell, definitely list it. I mean, you still probably get market value. Just make sure your house is presentable. It looks really good, nicer than the other houses on the market, but you got to price it right from the beginning, or it's just going to take a lot longer to sell. So you got two options. If you're looking to sell quick, you're just trying to hey, I just want to be done with this house for whatever reason, you're definitely going to want to see what's on the market in that 1 mile radius that's compared to yours, and you want to price it lower than those. That's it. Other than that, buyers are going to take their time. They're going to look around to see what's the best deal, the best bang for their buck. And that's just kind of where we are. That's just the market right now. However, things change so quick. Who's to say next week after, rates come down, we're going to see a lot more buyers out. And so you just don't know. It's case by case, it's day to day at this point, guys. But so that's kind of what's happening. I'm seeing in the market. I'd love for you guys to comment and tell me what you guys are seeing in your neighborhoods and your area. Yeah, let's talk about that. Um, let's see, guys. I think I'm going to end this pretty quick. Just to say, hey, if you're in business, if you're looking to better your life, even if you're at a job, right, and you just want to grow in life and do better and just figure this out, you always want to start with the foundation. And the foundation, picking up the best book that's ever been written. And this is crazy because I just read this book last year for the first time. I'm reading it again for the second time. Plan on probably reading this every year of my life from here on out. It's the Bible. The Bible is basically, guys, a playbook to life. And I know we all have our thoughts. If we've never read it, you have your thoughts what it is and what it's about. You think it's about religion and this and that. It's completely not what you think, trust me. So it will inspire you, it will motivate you, it will bless you and gives you understanding, guys. Trust me, just read it, pick it up. It's a lot of different stories in there. It's a kingdom, really about a kingdom and a king, and many little stories, but there's so much wisdom in these stories and so many lessons to learn from these stories that are in the Bible that you can see life a lot more clearer. It'll help you just see around. You will look at life so much different. You will be more relaxed, patient, understanding, wiser, and it just answers a lot of questions in our life. So I will challenge you guys to pick up. Start slow. I did the year Bible, right? You can listen to it or read it. You can read like a chapter a day. And read it for 365 days a year for the year, right? Every day, pick up a chapter or two. However it works for you, but trust me, guys. Best book ever written. I think I'm gonna say that every time we do this pod. Other than that, guys, I love for you guys to let me know what else you'd like to talk about going forward. This is like a new way, a new setup, a new way I'm doing this platform. Keeping it real with Real Estate Rich. Check out the Heat Speakers podcast. Shout out to Mark, my boy Mark. And you guys have a blessed day, blessed week, and check out the next show. Take care, guys. Peace.